What's up, Starcraft fans? Last time we did Zeratul. This time we will do Stetboy. It was actually deceptively difficult. I had a lot of tries with Stetboy in this one. I used Oil Baron. This will make my combat units get stacks of best oil when they get more kills, but the costs are higher by 40% mineral wise. My masteries are still, actually I went for Gary, or rather upgrade resource cost here so I can get better upgrades. I'll go with stat zone bonuses so that my units are better inside the stat zone. And I went for 10 points on structure morpher and 20 points on Steadlight cooldown because Temple of the Past is deceptively big. It's a big map and you need to get everywhere fast. So once again, I'm on Temple of the Past. Thank you to Darth, Lucenus, Butinus, and Shadow Archon who are supporting me in the Pulse Cannon tier. And thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. Again, Magura map Zerg because I want to pick the enemy composition and the pattern of the hybrids. Okay, false alarm. I did actually go for a Gary ability cooldown because the cooldown doesn't only affect the Igor, it also affects the teleport and the overcharge. That will actually be useful later on. Anyway, my build, it's actually just economy focused. I'll go heavily into Lurkers this time, and once I've started that, I usually go for fast gas. Not this time. I want to go heavily into minerals because I'll need a big economy to power my mid and late game. That's actually when things get dicey. The early game, couple of spines, some repair can handle that, but I can actually say that you need to either rush out Lurkers, otherwise you will have to use Gary, and I don't want to use Gary that early in the game, especially when I don't need to. Again, disclaimers, I played on slower speed here. I did resume from replay a couple times, and I still had to do multiple attempts. This is actually kind of challenging when I want to minimize the use of Super Gary. Super Gary is a huge deal here, and so are his other units. If I rely only on Lurkers and Spine Crawlers and Spore Crawlers, it will actually be quite difficult to solo this because I need to be over here fighting, over here fighting, over here fighting, over here fighting, and I need to repair my stuff. I need to keep them alive, I need to get upgrades, I need to burrow, unburrow, and do all that stuff. It's actually low-key difficult. So anyway, you can see I did have my gas up now. I have some Zerglings breaking the rocks, but as you can see, I have not actually rushed out my lair. My hatchery is still in its basic form. It has not yet changed into anything. I am still going for Lurkers here. And as soon as the rock here goes down in the expansion, I will start my expansion, my hatchery, so that I can actually harvest minerals quickly. It's going up, and with that, it is time to build static defense here in front. 3:15, the wave gets announced. That will indicate that the attack pattern is pattern A, which means there'll be ground hybrid at 6 minutes. Also means that instead of 2 attack waves hitting one side at 9 minutes, it'll be 1 attack wave hitting each side. Roaches on the way. You can see I have a set of Spine Crawlers going. Again, we're soon playing. I told you guys, it's difficult. I had to get all disclaimers in there. Spine Crawlers will be repairing.
Can smell the Zerg from here.
Or rather, yeah, Spine Crawlers will be hitting. I even do focus fire on specific roaches to get them down faster. All the while, 3 drones repairing that. Go get back because I'll eventually need more. You can see I actually did morph into a lair now, and I did have the Hydralisk Den, now morphing to a Lurker Den. Next part will be kind of tricky. I'll need these Zerglings to stall for my Spine Crawlers because I need them to stay alive. Also, they're buying time for Lurkers. I have 2 Hydralisks making right now and Lurker Den. So I'll need to switch to green zone here and activate the overcharge on this Steadlight to give my Zerglings a lot of the regen and a lot of the shields. And again, I moved all the way back here to force this attack wave all the way back to buy so much time for my Hydralisks to morph into Lurkers. You can see they're coming back here, just peeling off the section of the attack wave. That'll make it that much easier for the rest of my forces to hold on and stall until my lurkers come out, and once again, well, not once again, just do that tunnel of terror, and now it's ready to help out with Zag defense. You can see it's just ready and waiting for the next set. The way I cut that attack wave in half really made it so much easier for my drones to out-repair the damage that was coming in. And now my lurkers are in position to intercept the 6-minute wave with hybrid. They will do quite a fantastic job here.
Hybrid signature detected.
One gas taken here. I'm researching the focus strike algorithm. No, actually there's a tunnel of terror upgrade. I'll make my lurkers even better. Again, just trying to stall for a little bit, but mostly regenerating energy for my lurkers. You see I'm spraying satellites like a crazy person. Get that upgrade. Gonna use a tunnel of terror. Burrow that. Now all that's left is to destroy that last hybrid. You can see 1-1 upgrades have started for my lurkers. Another hydralisk on the way. And with green zone, my lurkers will be able to out heal the damage being dealt by that hybrid. You can see I use these lurkers to use the tunnel of terror. This one almost goes down. The good news is that green zone is pretty good at keeping things alive. I'll just regen their health very nicely. Another hydralisk on the way. 2 more actually on the way. Okay. Just baiting these guys forward. Uh-oh, Gary's kind of hitting a bunch of stuff. He has 4 kills now, but not that big of a deal. They're just zergling, so they won't add up much in the score screen, in the damage department. So that's completely fine. You can see I have 2 more lurkers morphing here. And this lurker, with the help of green zone overcharge, is able to destroy or tank this Thrashers attack without actually taking damage. That's pretty nice. Uproot these spine crawlers and have these lurkers move on to the next area. I will actually have them defend this north area. Meanwhile, the spine crawlers will defend close to the temple because I need to run back with these lurkers. It's gonna be a whole thing. It's a whole thing. More overlords on the way. Hive on the way. 1-1 is almost done. I need the hive to unlock the focus strike algorithm. You can see a single tunnel of terror deletes that entire wave. And now I have to run back to where I need to defend. So I use the blue zone. Active use of blue zone is required to do a pretty solid run of this solo. You can see a tunnel of terror deletes the entire attack wave. Need them to run back a little bit. Now I'm making and adding more hydralisks. They will defend this side of the ramp. Getting more and more lurkers there.
Hybrid detected.
I can't wait to study those
see
hybrid.
These guys getting ready to go at my temple. Go at my temple. Yeah, that's a thing. And you can see both sides getting attacked, and they have hybrids, but the good news is they are tiny hybrids, so you can kind of tank them. I have 4 lurkers here. The good news is I do have an overcharge, so that'll hold up just about as well as these 6 lurkers. Going over here, and down they go. Over here we have the lurkers finally morphing, and now they're able to do the tunnel of terror to clean up that last of that wave. Now all we need to do is wait for the next wave, and once again we'll do tunnel of terror, cleave straight through that attack wave. You can see focus strike algorithm now researching. That'll be very useful against hybrid later on. Super Gary is also morphed. That will give him 2 charges of teleport as well as the overcharge. Enable my dudes to stay alive for much longer. Fantastic use of the tunnel of terror right there. 2-2 halfway done for my guys. Now my lurkers are on the way to defend the next attack, which will come from the southwest. Again, guys, for those who are new, objective is to defend this here temple in the center of the map. The attack waves will come at predetermined times for 26 straight minutes, and we have to hold out and keep this temple alive until then. My goal is to maximize the damage of these lurkers right here, as well as minimize the damage taken by the temple. Attack wave.
Hybrid energy signature.
I will just get
detected.
smashed like
I
nothing.
made a hybrid named Sherman, but Gary got jealous and ate him.
Made a bunch of Spore Crawlers here to shoot down the Thrasher, which will spawn here at 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 seconds. Moved also the earlier Spine Crawlers. These were the Spine Crawlers from the beginning of the game. Meanwhile, these Lurkers getting ready to clean the house. 2-2, by the way, is done. I just need to start 3-3. As soon as they have enough resources. And I remember, there we go. 3-3 has in fact started 13 minutes into the game. Not bad. You can see now I'm trying to push into these corners, minimize their offense by going on the offense myself. This time I need Super Gary to deal damage to this Thrasher right here to destroy it quicker. So I don't have to go back to it later on in case something goes sideways. More house cleaning by these Lurkers. Delete every single one of these roaches. There's a Infestor here, but
Thrasher neutralized.
doesn't do much. Now that the Void Thrasher has been deleted, I just evacuate these static defense over here. Gary just doing a little bit of cleaning. That is actually not a good thing for my Lurker stats. Ooh, speaking of, can you guys see the temple? Kind of cool. How deep does that thing go? It looks like a very deep temple. My goodness. Anyway,
Hybrid detected.
hybrid you can see on the way.
Now.
I already have 3 static defense or 3 Spore Crawlers here. I made 2 more. Now I have 5. They'll be quite effective at taking out the anti-air, especially since they are as regular Spore Crawlers as you can get, aside from the fact that they can of course get repaired by my mecha drones, which are already in place, ready and waiting to repair. Just get poked. Hybrid kinda chilling out in the back for some reason. Could be my stud lasers derping them out, in which case I probably should have spammed them more. But you can see Lurkers just deleting this kill zone right here, making sure they don't get the
Some
repair.
more Statellites to rev up my little buddy.
Enemy drop pods incoming.
Just use Tunnel Terror there, make sure they don't get through. Send more guys forward. Meanwhile, this one is about to get destroyed. Send my drones there to repair. Make sure it doesn't go down. You can see more
Enemy drop pods.
Lurker action going on here. I already do have static defense Spore Crawlers here. I'll also move in 2 Lurkers, which will be quite helpful. Hydralisks randomly crawling through. They do deal a little bit of damage. But the important thing is we kill the Thrasher quickly. That is actually the critical thing. I have Spine Crawlers going down here. This roach for some reason... Oh, I cancelled the drone. So I'll have to remove one of those lost Spine Crawlers and chalk that up as a cancelled Spine Crawler. Hope I remember later on.
Void Thrasher.
Next attack wave will be at 18 minutes. It will come with hybrids. It will come from both sides. And it will come with the Yamato hybrids. The hybrid dominators. So I will need to really be on point when defeating those hybrid. Now to get my Lurkers in place. You can see I'm spending every bit of money that I have. Everything fully saturated. Well, not quite this one, but everything's kind of on fire here. I delete the entire attack wave, so that the only thing left to worry about is this, the hybrid dominator, which I use the focus strike algorithm. You can see a whole bunch of spikes came up under that one hybrid in particular. That was the focus strike algorithm. It deals tremendous amount of single target damage. Now I moved all my Lurkers here to this side. That will, I hope, give me an easier time trying to delete this big attack wave heading over to me on my ramp. Purple zone to heal up my, well, regen rather, my energy. Bunch of overlords here, chilling out for no reason. More hydralisks on the way. Focus strike algorithm, take out that. Ooh, I think I lost a Lurker right there. That was a mean Yamato by that hybrid. Tunnel Terror, completely delete that one guy. You can see attack wave converging here. I will need to defeat that, while also getting ready for the 20-minute attack wave, which will come through here. I have put down a Spore Crawler in case they send in more cloaked stuff. Lurkers in position here, ready to intercept the attack wave. Lurkers also moving down southeast to camp this area so that the Thrasher will not be able to get much damage done on the temple. Ooh, that one was close. That guy was actually kind of close.
Enemy drop pods incoming.
Ooh, I have to use a Tunnel of Terror here to keep my Lurkers alive. Alright, uproot. Next attack wave will come through here. I will need to use another Tunnel of Terror there.
Get some more Stenolites out there. It's the only way we can win this.
Another Tunnel of Terror, I should say. I should start speaking a bit slower maybe. I feel like I might be speaking a bit too fast, and that leads to... Ooh, that's unfortunate. They actually managed to get a hit off on the temple. That is quite unfortunate. Oh well. Can't win them all. That's the downside of having Lurkers as your only defense. Sometimes the enemy doesn't see them, and they go straight for the temple. It just happens sometimes. Attack wave coming through. Delete everything. Make them not a thing. I guess it's a good thing that it wasn't killing these overseers. Ooh, a bunch of guys coming up north. Oh, my spine crawl being a hero, making sure that the temple doesn't take any real damage. That was big. That was big. Ooh, this guy. Oh, that was actually really bad. Oh, that's actually terrible. Temple took on a lot of damage right here, and Gary had to swoop in and kill a bunch of these Zerglings. The thing is, I actually had to get my Lurkers in position here so that the Thrashers will be fighting the Spore Crawlers and the Lurkers right away instead of the temple. That was actually an unfortunate trade-off, but I can't really go back at that point. I have more Lurkers here getting ready to defend this big attack wave coming through here. Activated the green zone overcharge, and again, this is a big attack wave, so I kind of had to help out my Lurkers defeat that wave. This wave getting a huge spread of Lurkers whacking at them, so they don't really lose anything. This one though, I had Super Gary assist so that their weaknesses were alleviated. Their vulnerabilities were unexploited by the enemy. And that's all good for me. Thrasher goes down. Next attack wave will be the most dangerous one. It is the one with these hybrids here, which will do tremendous damage. Ooh, it's getting ready to Yamato right away. That deals tremendous damage. That deals insane damage. Had to use a Tunnel of Terror to make sure my guys stay alive. Ooh, green zone. Oh, once again, focus strike algorithm preventing my Lurker from going down, and then using more of the Tunnel of Terror. Ooh, this one might just... Ooh, actually use a Tunnel of Terror to save that guy. Ooh, that was pretty fancy. Not gonna lie, that was really fancy. Attack wave coming through here. I just burrowed these guys to clean out... Well, these Lurkers. It's a Lurker versus Lurker battle. And somehow, that is a thing. They're both underground. They both attack upwards. So I don't know how they were actually able to fight each other, but it doesn't matter. What matters is we win. Right? Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. Anyway. More guys fighting through here. More Tunnel of Terror. Deleting these guys. Ooh, these Spore Crawlers are on fire. We need them to stay alive. Can they stay alive? That is gonna be close. Ooh, I might barely not have... Well, drones are on the way. One of them does go down. And... Lurkers here. A huge Tunnel of Terror. Uh-oh. This, Spore Crawlers! Run! I had to run the Spore Crawlers there to make sure that Ultras doesn't deal any damage to the temple. I was kind of close. Not gonna lie. But yes, this run is done. Again, you can see not perfect temple health. This doesn't change anything about how good Super Gary is for most missions. And even defensive missions. The problem is, I needed to maximize the damage dealt by the Lurkers themselves. And for defense, Gary relies, in my opinion, a little too heavily on Super Gary himself. But with that, let us check out the score screen. Alrighty, so what have we here? Stat boy, percent of damage, 77.9%. You add, oh, forgot to add a percent. You add Mecha Spore Crawler, 11.3%. And you add Mecha Spine Crawler, 2.9%. That is 92.1%. Really good, considering I only had 5.8% damage with Gary. Health of the temple, that is not a perfect score. That is 2944 divided by 3000. 98.1%. Not awful. Bad, but not awful. There was some unpreventable damage, and there was some preventable damage that I could have done, but what can you do? Survival rate. For this one, we will count. Well, I made 51 lurkers, lost 8. That's a lot, that's painful. 43. And then Mecha Spine Crawler. I made 6, lost 4, but one of them was salvaged, so I'll make that actually. Yeah, I did salvage one, right? So let's make it 5. No, Spore. Spine. 4 survived. And now for the Spore Crawler, 11 survived. Oh, wait. No, not lost. Ooh, that's big. I read it wrong. So it's 4 lost. So it's 2 Spine Crawlers that survived. And for Spore Crawlers, I made 45. 11 of them died. That means 34 of them survived. But one of them was salvaged. So let's make that 35. Divide that by, yes, I know, for those of you who saw, though, I did spam a bunch of Spore Crawlers near the end just to buff up the score. Trust me, it won't really change anything. The winner is still the winner. Those who know, you know. Like, oh, not yet. I made 51 Lurkers. I made 6 Spine Crawlers and 45 Spore Crawlers. 78.4%. Even with cheating, it's still not that great. Stat Boy finishes at 8.12. Now it's up to you guys. Tomorrow a poll will go up asking you guys whether you like Stat Boys, Lurkers, Spine Crawlers, and Spore Crawlers relative to other co-op static defense. He is guaranteed to finish higher than Raynor and Zagara. And depending on how the votes go, he could finish higher than Dahaka and higher than Kerrigan. So not bad. Not bad. He can not finish above, well, he can't finish above Swan, Carax, Abathur, and Zeratul and Stukov. But it's still pretty good. Alright guys, remember to vote in the poll that will go up tomorrow on my community page, and I will see you guys next time.